This is Corey Seager, and he might be the best postseason hitter of all time. Seager attended the University of South Carolina to play baseball, and he immediately impressed a ton of scouts with his incredible hitting ability and his great swing, but the Dodgers were the team that got lucky to picking him in the first round of the 2012 draft, and he immediately impressed as he flew through the minors and was lucky enough to get called up in September of 2015 as the Dodgers tried to make a playoff push. And he had a torrid stretch in September, absolutely dominating at the plate and hitting his first career home run at Chase Field. And the Dodgers would get eliminated that year, but Corey Seager in 2016 dominated, 26 homers, 72 RBIs, and hit around 300, and he even homered a couple times in the playoffs. You can see right there, 2 straight games he led off. He was the second batter of the game in each of those, in fact, but he led off with a home run in each of them, but they would get eliminated by the eventual champion Chicago Cubs as they just weren't that strong of a team. Next year, they would make the World Series playing the Astros. Seager would play well, but they were eliminated. In 2018, the Dodgers got off to a rocky start, and it was not looking good. Seager was hitting well, but then he got some terrible news. The Dodgers announced Corey Seager would have to miss the entire 2018 season as he sprained his UCL and would have to get Tommy John surgery. This would severely hinder his playing ability. He came back in 2019 but struggled, and the Dodgers got eliminated by the Nationals. The Dodgers built up a solid core in 2020 and were looking to dominate until something unexpected happened. The COVID-19 pandemic essentially destroyed all sports, and the MLB had to shorten their schedule to 60 games. The Dodgers were far and away the best team. They were looking to finally break through and get that World Series, and Seager dominated. Seager's efforts were enough as the Dodgers finally won their first World Series since 1988, and no surprise, Corey Seager was the World Series MVP. The Dodgers would make it to the NLCS in 2021, but they would get knocked out by the eventual champion Braves. And Corey Seager felt that a change was needed, and so he would make that change.
We have more breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ. Just a flurry of activity in Major League Baseball. And shortstop Corey Seager and the Texas Rangers have agreed to a 10-year, $325 million deal that is confirmed.
Corey Seager signed with my favorite team, and, well, I couldn't believe it. I thought, wow, we're finally spending money. And unfortunately, Corey Seager was a terrible victim of the shift with a .242 batting average on balls in play, which pretty much takes strikeouts out of the equation. But in 2023, with the shift being eliminated, Corey Seager went bonkers, hitting 33 home runs, 96 RBIs, batting .327. With no more shift, he could finally have that breakout that me and many other Ranger fans had been waiting for. And he would narrowly miss out on the MVP award that year to Shohei Ohtani. In Game 3 of the ALDS, I just was lucky enough to be there, and I saw Corey hit this absolute moonshot, and I know my camera work is terrible there, but you just knew at that point that he was going to hit a home run. But unfortunately for the Rangers, they made the World Series, but unfortunately for them, in Game 1, they were down by 2 against the unbeatable Paul Sewald, and things weren't looking good. Seager stepped up as the tying run and did the unthinkable. What makes Corey Seager so great is that he doesn't show emotion very often, and he lets his play do the talking. But right here, you could just see how much he wanted that home run. The Rangers would go on to win this game as Adolis Garcia walked it off in the 11th. Corey would continue to dominate throughout the series, just crushing the Diamondbacks pitchers, and he finally got the Rangers their first World Series after 63 years of pain. And it was no surprise when Seager was awarded World Series MVP for the second time, becoming only the fourth player to do it twice and the only player to do it in both leagues. So despite a rough injury in 2018 that could have ended his career, Corey bounced back and eventually became a two-time World Series champion. What a great story it is. Hopefully he can continue dominating throughout his career. Thanks for watching.